Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We all have wishes at Christmas. Maybe it's a car, repairs to your home, new appliances, or travel. Get yourself that perfect gift with a GUT Credit Union Christmas Make-A-Wish loan. You can get the money you need to make that holiday wish come true. Apply for a loan and you'll be entered to win one of 5 shopping sprees at Foodland Supermarket. Plus, great prizes from Sol AC Limited, Dean Mattresses, Digicel Grenada Limited, and Beacon Insurance. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/Christmas. Apply now and make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas. Special conditions apply.
From Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, this is Network News for Tuesday, January 3, 2023. Happy New Year. In the headlines, first 2 days of the year marred by 2 road fatalities. Meanwhile, 2 baby boys were born on New Year's Day. The Integrity Commission responds to CBI's return of questionable gifts. Less than a month before government imposes new policy to promote healthy lifestyles, including 15% VAT increase on sugar. Regionally, bypass roads open along the Manzanilla Road in Trinidad. Internationally, Republican Kevin McCarthy is struggling to secure support to become Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Plus, in the sports news, Junior Murray 30 years later after West Indies debut. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. 2023 started on a somber note for 2 families as 2 lives were lost in separate road fatalities on Sunday and Monday. My colleague Renaped Thomas begins this evening's newscast with this report.
Just 2 days into 2023, Grenada has already recorded 2 road fatalities. Members of the Royal Grenada Police Force confirmed that 1 female lost her life in the early hours of Sunday morning. She occupied the passenger side of the vehicle, which hit a wall at Mali St. Patrick, just minutes away from her home. The driver and another passenger was also hospitalized following the accident. We spoke with officer in charge of the Community Relations Department, Superintendent Simon Douglas.
On the 1st of January, took place at Marley in St. Patrick, and in that situation a vehicle ran into a wall. The deceased was a passenger in that vehicle. She was taken to hospital and subsequently succumbed to the injuries sustained from the accident. The victim of the Marley accident is 40 years old, Rodica Henry, and she is from La Fortune St. Patrick.
Just as people try to come to terms with the bad news which emanated from St. Patrick, on Monday, another sorrowful episode played out in the south of the island. Early Monday morning, a 77-year-old female lost her life after being struck by a vehicle as it drove along the public road at the Limes in St. George.
The second of them was on the 2nd of January. occurred at the Limes, St. George's, in which a vehicle which was reversing down a steep hill, the driver lost control and that vehicle collided with a pedestrian who also succumbed to the injury sustained from that accident. Is Ms. Violet Joseph, and she's a resident of the Limes, St. George.
Officer Douglas says the traffic department recorded over 30 vehicular accidents for the New Year weekend.
Statistics of reported accidents for the period 30th December 2022 to the 2nd of January 2023, we had a total of 38 minor accidents and 2 fatals. Out of those, we had 1 minor from the Northern District. From the Western District, we had 2, 1 minor and 1 fatal. Eastern Division had 8 minor accidents. Traffic Headquarters, which deals with the northern end of St. George, 13 minor accidents. And from the south of St. George, 15 minor accidents and 1 fatal, giving us a total of 40 accidents for the 3-day period.
Many have aired their concerns about the apparent reckless driving being displayed by some drivers. Members of the public have joined the police in urging persons to exercise due care and attention. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
All right, Assistant Superintendent of Police Simon Douglas in that Rena Pett Thomas report. Of course, he's the head of the Community Relations Department of the RGPF. Well, the Integrity Commission says it's not yet time to engage to trigger. It says there's no need to trigger its gift registry as a result of the questionable gifts, which was sent to the chairman of the Citizenship by Investment Program, Richard Duncan. More in this Joseph Kado report.
Many eyebrows were lifted when reports of a $10,000 cash gifting surfaced via a letter in circulation on social media. The letter was addressed to Bo Shu, the Chief Executive Officer of Hartman Hotel Development Group. In that correspondence, the chairman of the Citizen by Investment Program, Richard Duncan, and CBI's CEO, Carleen Purcell, brought to the attention of Hartman's Brenda Baptiste that they could not accept the gift which was delivered on December 13th. According to the CBI letter, the package contained $10,000 EC in cash, an item in a box, and a bottle of drink. Mr. Duncan rejected the gift, citing that accepting it was a clear violation with the Grenada Citizen by Investment Unit Code of Business Conduct and Ethics Policy. The letter further went on to say, and I quote, "As stewards of the public trust, we are sensitive to ensure adherence to the integrity in public life regulation, as well as the prevention of corruption regulation as it relates to gifting."
According to the Integrity in Public Life Act, Section 45, which speaks to the issue of the acceptance of gifts, public officers or public officials are not to accept gifts from anyone, whether it is to get them to do their work or to do something that they're already paid by government to do, or not to do it. So they should not accept gifts as an inducement, nor should they accept it as a reward. Notwithstanding that, if a person chooses to, or if a person accepts a gift, or if a person is given a gift by, let's go with a children's organization, and the children's organization made a card, or they did some little creative something to express their appreciation to that person for coming there to be with them for whatever purpose the person went there. On such an occasion, the person can accept the gift.
The motives of the gift and the possibility of blurred cultural lines and how the correspondence got into the public domain created a communications firestorm. There was also doubts about how the Integrity Commission should respond. Communications and Organization Compliance Officer at the Integrity Commission's Nicole Bess explains that the regulations state a person in public life shall not accept any gift or reward from any person as an inducement for any official official act to be done by him or her, or a reward for any official act done by him or her. Where a person in public life accepts a gift or a reward in the circumstances specified, he or she shall make a report to the Commission of that fact within 7 days of the receipt of the gift. She further explains that penalties follows if persons do not comply with the rules.
The gift is more than $10,000, you would pay the value of the gift. So if the gift is $40,000 and you refuse to hand it over when you're asked to, then you will pay $40,000 following summary conviction, of course. If the gift is less than $10,000, let's say the gift is $300 or $500, but you fail to hand it over in compliance with the decision following the summary conviction, then you will have to pay $10,000. If not, you're liable to imprisonment for at least 3 months.
With the return of the gift to the Hartman Hotel Development Incorporated, the Integrity Commission stated that there was no need to trigger the Commission's gift registry system at this time. Joseph Kador, GBN News.
Now, being on opposing sides doesn't create enemies for two women in politics. As we hear in this report, they put aside their political affiliations for a common goal, serving the people. Christina John has more in this report.
Two women who competed against each other on the political stage in the last general election are now combining efforts with one goal in mind, working together for the betterment of the people in their constituency. MP for St. Andrew Northwest, Honorable Delma Thomas, and Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas from different sides of the political platform have given their commitment and have collaborated on a number of initiatives over the Yuletide season. The two say this is only the beginning, as their collaborative efforts will continue. They were part of Monday's back-to-school drive in SAB St. Andrew. It's not about color, says MP Delma Thomas.
So we want to pledge our commitment to working along not only with SAB, but the entire constituency of St. Andrew Northwest. And I know earlier on Billy said that it's not about yellow, it's not about green, and it's not about red. And I think that's the message we should all be giving these things. So I want to stand here this afternoon and say that I am a patriotic Grenadian. I am your parliamentary representative for St. Andrew Northwest, and so I've committed myself as your representative to work with the Honorable Gloria Thomas to bring benefits for you, the people of SAB, and the people of the constituency of St. Andrew Northwest.
Earlier, both women also paid a visit to the Princess Alice Hospital to get an understanding of what needs to be done at the facility. Both women also made a social call to the home of Ms. Veronica Lewis of Lafayette St. Andrew, who celebrated her 105th birthday on December 28th. The centenarian is one of few people in Grenada over the age of 100.
Dear brothers and sisters, that the only way we can move forward is to work together. We can achieve small things for ourselves, but when we combine our efforts together, we can move mountains. And so earlier on, we visited the Marable Hospital, and you know the issues there, and so we agreed that together we'll confront those issues. It's not going to happen overnight, but we pledge to work together to bring development for you, the people. So
Christina John
reporting there. Parenthood is often described as one of the most magical journeys in life, and even more magical for mothers giving birth on the first day of January, which is celebrated as New Year's Day by numerous countries around the world, including Grenada. On January 1, 2023, two mothers gave birth to sons at the General Hospital. The first baby entered the world early in the afternoon at 2:19 to Katusha Sylvester of Happy Hill, St. George. The second was born later in the afternoon at 3:40 to Nia Philip of Monkridge, St. Patrick. In keeping with its decades-old tradition, Republic Bank honored each mom with a gift basket and a Right Start account for her baby. We can tell you the gesture is aimed at welcoming the new births and giving the babies a right start by instilling a habit for savings early. Republic Bank wishes the mothers and their babies well. This is Network News. Still ahead from us, a man is arrested and charged with the importation of guns and ammunition. We'll talk about that. See you in a while.
Enchanted. Saturday, December 31st. The Athletic Stadium will be transformed into a sea of black and silver as we roll out.
No, this is Christmas time. Celebrate and stand. With furniture on, you can will make it what you want. With unsecured loans, reduce interest rates, win cash prizes for the best Christmas ever. So we'll make it, hey, para playing, hey, ham and black cake eating. Now this is Christmas.
Get unsecured loans up to $50,000 and a chance to win cash prizes this Christmas at
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
Indulge your senses in the exotic fragrances inspired by nature, luscious fruits, tropical flowers, and mesmerizing beaches with Beep Air Freshener. Flowers of paradise, mango papaya, pina colada, pink lemonade zing, radiant sunshine, and white sand beaches make up the Beep Exotic Blends collection, perfectly blending vibrant tropical aromas with the inspiration drawn from around the Caribbean. Beep, for a happy, healthy home.
Why wish upon a star? Our bank is better by far. Whatever you're wishing for this Christmas, we'll give you low interest and no fun.
Make your wishes come true this Christmas with a loan from Co-op Bank. Make those home renovations, treat your family and friends, and get the things on your Christmas list. All of this is possible with our hassle-free financing of up to $40,000. Apply today and you can be one of the 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website or your nearest retail banking unit for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you.
Welcome home.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door.
Pfizer celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arisecu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
As you celebrate this festive season, beware of mixing alcohol with energy drinks. Studies show that this combo triples your risk of getting drunk and inhibits your brain's ability to tell that you've had enough. Alcohol is a depressant, while the caffeine in energy drinks act as a stimulant. When you mix the two, you'll feel the stimulant effects of the caffeine more strongly, and this can mask the effects of alcohol. You may not feel drunk, but your body is experiencing the effects of alcohol, so your balance and judgment are affected. Remember, the best option is drinking little or no alcohol this holiday season. Put safety first. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Have your family or friends ever needed cash now, but you are nowhere close to give it to them directly? With the cardless cash feature from Republic Bank Online and your mobile phone, it is hassle-free and convenient to send money to anyone, including yourself, using the Republic mobile app. Simply log into your account, access the cardless feature, enter the amount you want to transfer, and using the access code provided, the cash can be withdrawn instantly from a designated Republic Bank ATM without a card. Republic Bank Cardless Cash is convenience at your fingertips. To learn more about our cardless cash features, visit republicgrenada.com for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center, this story to report. Retired U.S. Army soldier Gary Nicholas was arrested and charged with the importation of guns and ammunition on December 30, 2022, after a joint search operation of a 40-foot container carried out by the Royal Grenada Police Force and Customs. According to Assistant Superintendent of Police Simon Douglas, the team confiscated 4 firearms and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
And that search revealed 4 firearms, 2 rifles and 2 pistols, along with a total of 1,894 rounds of ammunition for those various firearms. Of course, those were confiscated, and the owner of that container, Mr. Gary Nicholas, a resident of Dr. Groom's, St. George. He is a retired U.S. soldier. He was arrested and charged for possession and importation of firearms and ammunition. He has been placed on bail in the sum of $20,000 with 2 sureties, along with other conditions, and he is to appear at St. George's Magistrate Court on the 21st of February.
Other news, Billy Fortune, ESS Group and SAP Spartan Sports Club have collaborated to give back to the youth in the community of SAP St. Andrew. More details in this Christina John report.
These students began the new school term on January 3rd with new backpacks and other school supplies. Fortune reflects on his days growing up and challenges he faced, which propelled him and his team to help others. This Fortune says he hopes to extend to other communities.
I was going to school. I remember myself having 1 exercise or 1 notebook for 5 subjects. It was a 1 subject, but about the kids, as I said, we're going to be giving away backpacks that contains notebook, pencil, pen, some of them geometry sets for the high school kids. We even have flash drives, because I know sometimes you have a project you got to do, and the project you have to save it on something and go somewhere and print it. You know, we have to work together as a community, and it's all about nation building. It's not about red, green, yellow, blue. It's about nation building, and we all just want to come together and just do what could help.
Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas cited this as a perfect example of public-private partnership.
Not often we have persons who have made it turn back to assist the community from which they came. And I think that this initiative here is one that we can emulate as community people to assist the less fortunate from time to time. Government is not in a position to give everybody what they need. And so we need those private partnerships to make things happen.
She reminds parents of the importance of teaching their children to be appreciative and be happy for others when they succeed.
Parents, you have a responsibility to assist your children to take care of what they will receive here this afternoon. And what I want to admonish you is to encourage them to be very thankful and grateful for the gift.
Honorable Delma Thomas applauded the gesture extended by Billy and friends, giving emphasis to education as a tool to get one out of poverty.
School bag is very important, especially when it comes with notebook and other school supplies. We will agree that those rural areas like Sab and others, we all came from very poor family, and sometimes all we need is just an exercise book and a pencil, because we know that only through education we can come out of poverty. And so both Sister Gloria and I, we are true examples of people who came from family of poverty, but which the community would have assisted, and we are here today as Member of Parliament and as Minister of Government to give back to our community. And
MP Thomas encouraged the children to carry their bags and make the most of their education.
Chrislina John with that report. 2 road fatalities in 2 days are creating a buzz on social media. Beverly Telesford has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter, as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
On Monday, a second road fatality was recorded for 2023. Police were called to the scene of an accident at Grandin St. George, where an elderly woman was struck by a vehicle. Social media users took to the comments section to share their thoughts about this development. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Don Smith said, "I was in Grenada 4 weeks. On the main road Caliste stretch leading from the airport, could not believe the constant speeding and even 4 vehicles overtaking at once. Absolute craziness with no regards for the lives of others. Speed limits must be implemented with heavy consequences, even drunk taxi drivers. Strict regulations are needed." Kenroy said, "Condolences to the family during this time of grief. The executive branch of the Grenada Traffic Department. It's time that through the Police Commissioner, you recommend to the Cabinet very strict measures in violation of the traffic laws in order to help protect lives and properties. Police officers, do not allow another innocent family to grieve. Use the powers that were bestowed upon you, dear officers, so that the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique can move around with confidence, knowing that drivers and pedestrians are looking out for each other, especially our seniors and special needs, in a manner of genuine love and caring." Lydia said, "There need to be greater consequences even for less serious accidents, and after assessment by the police. Some people need to be made to go back to driving school and to take the defensive driving classes. Take written tests on road rules before being allowed behind the wheel again. People don't realize that when obstruction is on their side of the road, they should give right away to the vehicle on the side that's clear. Drivers just push their way through." Gracelyn said, "Please God, help the drivers to be more careful. This is really sad for this family. God give them strength." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Still ahead from us, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell optimistic about 2023. We'll talk about that. Stay.
They come with a catalog you know word for word. They have a league of fans that stretch as far as the eye can see. Their legacy speaks for itself, so we don't have to. The Radisson Grenada Beach Resort is the place to be this New Year's Eve from 9 p.m. for the classic way to ring in the new year, featuring Third World.
You should know it's time for the world to. So won't you try?
This classic cast will also feature Sabrina and the Treehouse Band live. Early bird tickets are available at go2fets.com and Cass Unisex Boutique. Single tickets $500, couples $800. Sunshine Promotions presents Classic. A signature all-inclusive experience celebrating the old and welcoming the new. Sponsored by Blast, Independence Agencies Limited, St. Augustine Medical Services, Radisson Grenada Beach Resort, Best Quote Construction, and Netherlands Insurance. Proud supporter of the arts.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the season to be jolly, and the NLA is giving back loads of prizes to its loyal customers in its exciting Xmas Bonanza promotion. Yes, Grenada! It's your opportunity to win hams and bottles of wine and rum from November 15th to December 31st. Over 450 prizes will be up for grabs during this festive season. Simply purchase a single ticket valued at $12 or more in Lotto, Cash 4, Playway, or Pick 3, and check your tickets for the word ham, wine, or rum. Play daily for chances to win every day. Prizes are redeemable at NLA's head office on the Carenage on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting November 16th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Happy Christmas, Grenada! Ho, ho, ho!
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carenage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500. Or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro. Quartz Optical. Choose from the widest selection of fashionable and affordable frames with flexible payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today at www.quartzoptical.com and get a free gift with every frame plus lens purchase. Come enjoy our gift to you from Quartz Optical, where your eye exam is always free. All major insurance providers are accepted. See in store for details. Merry Christmas from Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
Network news from the Grenadian capital. The challenges abound, but Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is optimistic. He thinks Grenada will do well despite the challenges. Beverly, tell us what has been pouring through the Prime Minister's New Year's message.
During his national address, Prime Minister Mitchell alluded to a year which would test the mettle of the leadership and the people as a whole. He notes the fact that the NDC administration has set ambitious targets in the first of its 5 years in office. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell entered into the new year with optimism that the path to sustainable development would require a collaborative approach from all parties.
We are also mindful that 60 months or 5 years may seem like a long time, but in the scope of governance, it can go by very quickly. As we embark on this journey of transformation and positive change, our success as a country and as a people requires us to also transform our thinking. To move Grenada forward at the pace that we would like, we need every Grenadian, at home and abroad, to be a part of our nation's progress.
The Prime Minister reiterated the importance of transformation, which has been the government's watchwords. His plea for cooperation comes amidst times when global economic changes are having a significant impact on the cost of living locally.
The threat of climate change on its own and the very real and existential effects that sea level rise holds for the future of our island state is enough to help us realize that we need to band together as a nation and also as a region. The negative fallout from the war in Ukraine, on the heels of a devastating global pandemic, continues to adversely affect global supply chains and increase the cost of food and fuel and worsen an already high cost of living. In light of all of the above, no one is coming to save us. We must save ourselves.
Prime Minister Mitchell beckoned to all Grenadians to embrace the opportunities to grow that will present themselves in 2023, as they will contribute towards economic and social advancement of the country. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
As of February 1, the government of Grenada will impose a new policy to promote healthy lifestyles and reduce the prevalence of non-communicable diseases, NCDs, in the country. There will be a 15% VAT increase on sugar, as well as increased taxes on cigarettes, alcohol, carbonated drinks, and foods with high sugar content. Nisha Paul has that story.
Health Minister Jonathan Lacrette says that the policy is being looked at from a health perspective.
Approximately 83% of deaths in Grenada is attributed to non-communicable diseases, with a 23% probability of premature mortality from NCDs. World Health Organization Progress Monitor Report 2022.
Opposition Senator Nealon Franklin, however, says that other preventative measures could have been taken.
I understand the health concerns. I ask, however, can alternative measures be put in place? Can measures such as educating the public on healthier eating and consumption patterns and conduct case studies in partnership with entities like SGU, PAHO, CAFA to identify the root causes of these non-communicable diseases which affect our citizens? And by doing so, targeted measures can be taken to address the concern rather than, again, again, ad hoc tax increase.
Health Minister noted that NCDs are weakening economic productivity.
From a social perspective, the budget will enable us to upgrade our primary healthcare infrastructure so that we can control the prevalence of NCDs, whose presence within our healthcare system is weakening economic productivity.
He further stated that the Food and Nutrition Council has collaborated with the Ministry of Education on promotional educational campaigns over the years.
Our people do not listen, Madam President, until they end up in the hospital and a foot must be cut or fingers are lost. So as a government, we start. We don't sit in cabinet and share makeup tips. We deliberate genuinely for the benefit of our people.
The health minister has cited the need for a more cohesive regional network to strengthen immunity against NCDs in CARICOM and OECS countries. The government has identified the Ministry of Health as a top priority with a budget allocation of $114.2 million. Paul, GBN News.
A concerned citizen is questioning the construction of a hotel structure on a popular beach in the south. It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISO lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our ISO reporter tonight is concerned over the construction of what he called hotel condos on the shorefront of a beach at the south of the island. Our citizen journalist claims the construction is being done about 25 feet from the high water mark on the beach, as opposed to the prescribed 165 feet that is the standard. The individual is concerned about the building being erected too close to the popular beach. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Grenada's Junior Murray 30 years later after West Indies debut. The sports news is next.
Your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love, getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Whether you're shopping for hardware, building materials, and appliances, Hubbard's Building Supplies at Grandans is the place to shop. With improved facilities, increased parking, wider variety of products, and a trendy and spacious layout, catering for all your shopping needs. Why wait? Visit Hubbard's Building Supplies today. Now open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Hubbard's. Quality service, affordable prices.
Sweet tips for people living with diabetes this holiday season. Add spices like cinnamon or ginger to enhance the flavor of sorrel. It doesn't have to be extra sweet. Have a limited amount of cake or ice cream as part of your meal. For example, if your meal has 3 grains of green banana, replace 1 grain of banana with a small slice of cake. Don't skip meals and keep your portion sizes in mind. Flavor desserts with local spices and natural sugar-free sweeteners. Enjoy the natural sugars in fruits when making punches or drinks instead of using condensed milk or sugar. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Looking for expert in sounds, stage and lighting engineering? Double D Sound, song reinforcement and public address system, rentals for concerts, weddings, meetings, conferences, live shows, parties, and crusades. Double D Sound. We also sell all types of musical instruments, accessories, and replacement parts. You looking for intercommunication and programmable bell systems, especially for schools? Double D Sound. Looking for amplifiers, speakers, keyboards, matching drums, wind and percussion instruments, transistors, and more. We rent stages of any size, concert stage, lighting, party, tents, tables, and chairs. Call Double D Sound, 405-9685. Hearing and feeling the difference. Double D Sound.
Hubbard's is once again innovating the way you shop with its new online store, providing 24-hour shopping convenience. You can shop now for appliances, hardware, houseware, building material, and more. Free delivery island-wide. Start shopping now at hubbardshardware.gd. Safe, convenient, reliable.
Good evening, sporting fans. Happy New Year to you. First off, 30 years ago, on this day, January 3, 1993, Grenada's Junior Murray made his international debut with the West Indies cricket team. GBN Sports caught up with the former West Indies player who shared the memory of being selected for the very first time for the West Indies.
I remember that night before we had a team meeting and, my name was called. Played a test match. I couldn't believe it. So I had a sleepless night, and the day came and I was out on the field, representing the West Indies. At least a dream came true. And being out there, when I caught my first ball, I said, Junior, this is it. This is your dream. This is what you've been working towards.
Murray is currently giving back to the sport and believes that more Grenadians can make it to the West Indies team.
I'm still involved in cricket. I do a bit of coaching with the kids in schools, and I'm in charge of our elite cricket program. It's a program whereby the ministry and the administration before had in place, whereby they selected a group of elite cricketers that I think can go on to the next level. And presently I'm in charge of that at the moment. And it's a program where I can say I think it's a very good program because a lot of guys have graduated from that program, went on to play for the national team, went on to play for Windward Islands, and some of them went on to play for West Indies.
The former West Indies wicketkeeper is saddened by the current state of West Indies cricket and hopes that the glory days can return in the near future.
It's very hard and it's very painful, looking at West Indies cricket now. It's the way we were and where we are now. So I just hope that we can get back there, because we need to get back to winning ways. We need to get back. I think cricket in the Caribbean is what brings us together, what keeps us together. And we need to get back that. We need to get people who are looking at cricket again, because West Indies playing and nobody's excited anymore. West Indies playing and people are doing their own thing. Before they used to be glued to the television, glued to the radio before. And we need to get back in that.
West Indies legend Junior Murray. Thousands of mourners lined the streets as Brazilian football icon Pelé was laid to rest in Santos, the city of his former club. Pelé had been lying in state for 24 hours in the center of the pitch at the club's Urbano Caldeira Stadium for members of the public to pay their final respects. People crowded the streets on Tuesday as his coffin was carried on a fire truck to a private family funeral. Pelé, a three-time World Cup winner, died at the age of 82 on December 29. Arguably the world's greatest ever footballer, he had been receiving treatment for colon cancer since 2021. The Brazilian government declared 3 days of national mourning after his death, and the country's new president traveled to Santos to pay his respects. Covered with a Brazilian flag, Pelé's coffin was carried through the packed roads of fans. The procession also passed by the house where his 100-year-old mother still lives. Santos FC said more than 230,000 people had attended his 24-hour wake in the Vila Belmiro Stadium, where a steady stream of mourners continued through the night. The funeral cortege ended at the port city's Memorial Cemetery, where a Catholic funeral service was held before Pelé is interred in a 10-story mausoleum that holds the Guinness World Record as the tallest cemetery on Earth. Football legend. American football star Damar Hamlin is in critical condition.
Somehow this was something different.
Suffering a cardiac arrest during a primetime U.S. National Football League game. The Buffalo Bills player, 24, fell to the ground after colliding with an opponent during the first quarter of a match against the Cincinnati Bengals. More in this report.
We weren't sure what was happening at the time. There were a lot of medical officials around him, medical personnel dealing with the situation. They brought out a backboard and a stretcher. Ambulance came onto the field. And then word began to filter through the press box and then ultimately via ESPN and the game broadcast that CPR was being administered. And that gave us certainly a sense of just how serious this situation was. He was eventually loaded into the ambulance, taken off of the field slowly. The Bills, as you had mentioned, I don't know, it's an image that most of us will never forget. As a team huddled all on one knee in a circle of prayer, the ambulance left the field. Many of the members of the media, including myself, started to make our way down to the locker room as quickly as we could. By the time I got down there, I was told the ambulance was held there for a bit, that members of Hamlin's family were escorted there to the ambulance, and then it left here for the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, where he's being treated. There was a bit of a, not a chaotic, but certainly a very tense scene with Bill's team.
We wish him a speedy recovery. That is the sports news for now. relief has come to eastern Trinidad as the Ministry of Works and Transport opened bypass roads along collapsed sections of the Manzanilla Main Road on Sunday after they were decimated by major flooding on November 26. The road is the main artery for hundreds of daily commuters traversing between Sangre Grande and Manzanilla to the north and Mayaro to the south. We get the rest of the details in this TTT News Report.
Works continue along the Manzanilla roadway, and Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinan is hoping to have this road open by early January.
We started off with about 16 breaches. This is one of the major breaches that took place, and there's additional one. There's just 2 breaches now to stop the flow of water. The package was divided into, the job was divided into 2 packages. One package have been completed. That is what brought us to this point. The second package is from this point all the way back up to reach the bridge.
But Minister Sinan said progress is also being made on a permanent fix before at least the next rainy season.
We're hoping that once the designs are completed, we should be able to go out for tender for that by probably the beginning of February, because we can't, utilize this temporary road in the next rainy season, because as you can see, it's actually passing on the side of the existing road. So we are trying to fast track the permanent solution.
The temporary fix, though, cost approximately $12 million and was broken into 2 separate packages.
There's a process. It's just not only about the price alone. You have to show that you understand what has to be done, you qualify, and then we go on price. So both packages were awarded at to the lowest bidders, because they both qualified, and I think this estimate is about $12 million.
He also assured that alternative routes would not be on the back burner.
Well, there are some major landslips. All of them are being attended to, and through the in-house team, we will ensure that all the 2 areas going through, say, Beach, Rio Claro, and going through San Fernando is maintained until this road is completed.
The minister said the goal is to open the temporary roadway before the beginning of the new school term. Sonolala, TTT News.
The January 18, 2023 general elections in Antigua and Barbuda is growing intensively. The Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party's candidate for St. George, Dean Jonas, says claims that he recently brandished a firearm while on the campaign trail are lies. Mr. Jonas, in a media release, denied having or displaying a firearm, arguing the opposition United Progressive Party has grown desperate as the defeat in the upcoming general elections becomes more evident. We can tell you the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party release claims the United Progressive Party's candidate and his operatives intentionally trailed Jonas in an SUV outfitted with speakers on December 31. It says the United Progressive Party team's actions almost led to a physical confrontation. The release says electors can expect daily lies and false claims from the United Progressive Party as the campaign continues. The Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party says the lies are intended to achieve what it calls the snake-like ends at which all serpents aim. Police spokesman Inspector Frankie Thomas says that they have received a formal complaint and investigations are ongoing into the allegation. Republican Kevin McCarthy is struggling to secure enough support to ensure he wins a vote to become the new Speaker of the House of Representatives in the U.S. More in this NBC News report.
McCarthy needs the votes of all but 4 House Republicans to win the speakership, but at least 5 and as many as 14 House Republicans oppose him. It could be the first time in a century the Speaker's vote isn't settled on the first ballot.
I think whether or not Kevin McCarthy gets those votes, he is going to be, if he gets them, he's going to be a very, very weak leader.
Among new members expected to be sworn in, New York Republican George Santos, who admitted fabricating and embellishing his background. Democrats have called for Santos to resign, while Republican House leadership has been mostly silent.
This is a decision, whether he resigns or stays, that needs to be made between he and the voters who elected him. He's certainly going to have to consider resigning.
But if seated, he'll have access to highly sensitive, top secret national security information as a member of Congress.
The House leadership fight could delay Republicans' plans to launch investigations into the Biden administration.
I think the White House should be worried.
After Democrats publicly released former President Trump's tax returns and a select House committee laid much of the blame for the January 6th insurrection on the former president, some Republicans say they'll investigate everything from President Biden's handling of the immigration crisis to his COVID response and even Hunter Biden's foreign business ties. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
A reminder of the headlines when we return. Reminder of the headlines. First 2 days of the year marked by 2 road fatalities. Meanwhile, 2 baby boys were born on New Year's Day. Integrity Commission responds to CBI's return of questionable gifts. Less than a month before government imposes new policy to promote healthy lifestyles, including 15% VAT increase on sugar. Regionally, bypass roads open along the Manzanillo Main Road in Trinidad. Internationally, Republican Kevin McCarthy is struggling to secure support to become Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Plus, in the sports news, Junior Murray 30 years later after his West Indies debut. What a legend. That's the news, GBN Television News for today, Tuesday, January 3, 2023. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom. Happy New Year once more. Good night.